IGN Yamato, the prolonged and seemingly infinite suspense. A ship which has been highly sought by the Ayur community for a long time, yet there are seen no efforts in a publicly planned release. A potential leak thought to be of Yamato was suspected in 2018, along with the release of the 460mm UR main battery. This had people on edge for what's to come, but they couldn't be further from the truth. 2019 brought a talented artist to Copium and drew up their own Yamato. The quality of work is enough to trick someone into believing she currently exists. But then sparks the controversy: what would Yamato look like? Back to the Reddit pages, many discuss conclusions about what Yamato may end up as. Some hope for a mature battleship, whilst others followed patterns, such as Nagato and Mutsu, so Yamato too. Later in mid-2020, a JP livestream revealed additional new IGN ships, followed by the surprise of the new ultra-rare Shinano. Shinano has a Yamato-type hull, bringing the suspense closer when the Yamato herself will come to the game. Hype surrounded this until slowly dying out as no reveals or hints followed. A year later, September 16, 2021 came around a major event for Sakura Empire fans. The event featured 6 new ships, 3 destroyers, 2 cruisers, and a carrier. One of those destroyers being an ultra-rare Shimakaze. Big news, this confirms the earlier leak of the torpedoes from 3 years ago. A handful of ships in the game mention Yamato in some way, which confirms Yamato's presence is definitely real to them. Each speaks of her differently, but some as though she's already passed. Note the common uses of ellipsis in these quotes in reference to Yamato. This symbolizes a hidden meaning, likely indicating that something has happened to prevent what they want to do, such as Meia's longing for a warm embrace and Hamikaze's wait for me. Or there'll be nothing more than a mere speculation and potentially a false lead. There's quite a fine line between what people want Yamato to look like, and it's been evident over the past few years. The accumulation of all this pressure would make it hard for a decision of character. Depending on this move could so much as hurt the ratings and player base of the game, like how censorship impacted Blue Archive's ratings. To think culturally, Yamato is quite the ship, holding a tall reputation, and being the pride and symbol of Japan, a decision of this major size is nothing to be overlooked or answered by sheer wants. To make Yamato a depiction of anything would surely become offensive in any way to amounts of people. To do so much as avoid being indirectly offensive to Japan itself, the best choice of action is to leave Yamato out as a whole, which links perfectly to these quotes, almost as if hinting she will not ever come. Another ship from the 2018 leak was later revealed, such as the UR Iowa class New Jersey. Bismarck eventually made its way in, and recently in 2022 came by a Russian event featuring the UR Kronstadt. Newer ships after shits are released, yet still no sight of Yamato. May it be near the time of this video's release, maybe a year later, or a decade later. Perhaps there are too many factors into the making, and if to do what they are already doing now, they could make a little Yamato to suffice for this divided thought. Nothing would hurt more than tearing up the dreams of a long-raised community. The Sakura Empire holds 2 UR ships, Shinano and Shimakaze. Yudachi later receiving a retrofit to UR status, but however, despite all these additions, what is truly event hoped by the community is the news of a UR Yamato. And one day, I hope she'll grace our docks in the near future.